Alright guys, it's meant silent here. I'm gonna start this video here. I'm going to pen map, deleting my atlas as well as about to be locking turn my game sound down just a little bit. It's a little loud. Alright, so I am currently running. I was running a Poison Wander, and I had this pretty ingenious idea here, and I was like, how about, since I'm in melee range anyway, how about I play a melee skill? So I mean, if you like fast map clears, if you like good boss damage, if you like being tanky, if you like overreach, you like a little bit of good speed, a little bit of boosting. If you don't like to run goddamn shield charge, blast into every single wall possible in every map, bam, leaf slam, baby. So I've got fortify, got all those things. If you like all those things, then you should give this a nice little whirl. Then a poison, Bladestorm. So why Bladestorm? Well, because a couple things. I can have my Bladestorms go towards target, or I can switch and have them stationary. It's a melee skill, and it will stay on top of the boss while I have to move around. So like if you go Poison Blade Vortex, when you move, so does your damage. You have to stay within the range of the boss. So if you hit some type of area where you can't be on top of the boss, then, well, you're losing out on damage. So, this is boss damage. Yep, that guy got defeated. Okay. Boss moves out of the way, it's fine. Okay. You want to pick up some loot, that's fine. You still got damage rolling around you. You don't even have to worry about anything. Killed every single monster in here. Except for 6. Obviously I can read. But, so, the way this guy works is, so, I'm using the Savior. Why? Why would I use a Savior? Oh, well, because it summons 2 extra minions that stay on the boss. They keep attacking the boss. I move around, but they keep doing damage. That is freaking awesome. I could use the other sword that I have, but I'm using the Savior. Now, damage-wise, do you need the Savior? It's expensive. It costs a bunch. Not really super newbie level, right? New player, no? It's only, what, around 150 chaos right now, so I mean, it's not too expensive. But, you know, pretty expensive, right? No, you don't need to use a Savior. You can use this. So, the base for this Corsair sword, Eldered, eye level 85. I got 86s, but they're like, I don't know, 1 to 3C. Then a Corroded 6C, Aberrant 1C, Metallic 0.5C. Those are what you need to slam this with. And you do it on 2 of them, and hope you get some good rolls. The preferable, what I've been trying to do, is get a massive attack speed roll, but if you look at this one, it doesn't have that. The preferred stats would be more poison, flat chaos. Those 2 are a must on this. You have to have those 2. Alright. Damage over time multiplier, T1, would be great. If you could craft T3 on there, that'll work too. I like the physical damage for the chance to blind over the up to 20% craftable dot multi. Alright, so those are the 3 prefixes. The suffixes, the chance to poison on hit. Now, the reason why that is good is because it takes off points on your tree that you'd have to spend. 1, maybe 2 points on your tree you'd have to spend. I don't want to spend those, so I get the poison. The poison damage from that is pretty nice. You know, 45 increased damage with poison, that's nice. But that 30% poison on hit, that's super good because it allows you to socket in more passes in your skill tree. Alright? Then, so you got the poison. T1 attack speed would be phenomenal. And damage over time multiplier. Those are the three suffixes you want. Now, that would be super god weapon. Super great. Amazing. Not very likely to get it very soon. I mean, or the luckiest fucking asshole in the world might just one-tap it and get all the stats that they want. And you know what? Good for you, man. Good, actually, really good for you. That would be great. I would love to see that. So, right now I've been clearing Delve. I've been doing Heist. I've been literally doing about everything that I possibly can. And this build is doing it all. Fuck. I'm not doing this boss, just so you know. What is it, Ramparts? Yeah, there it is. Alright, so I'll show you a T16 map. You can see the boss damage. You can see everything. For that, I'll show you the links. So, in the swords, I have increased area effect and power, Plague Bearer. This thing, oh my god. It's super good for clearing. Alright, you're in melee range, you're running around anyway, throw a Plague Bearer and just walk straight through. It kills all the squishies, like the white mobs, it just kills them instantly. Alright, the blues and the rares, the magics and the rares, yeah, it takes a little bit longer, but all you do is hit this once. I'll show you when I go through mapping again. Oh, cool. Helmet, I've got my auras, eventually, so I got this helmet. I didn't buy it like that. I bought the base, I bought a Hunter's Orb and slammed it, and then I realized, fuck, I still need a bunch of other shit, and the minus the chaos wasn't coming on here. I spent way too much currency trying to get that, so I left it at this, and I'm good with that for now. It's got a good amount of health, it's got the resistances I need, so, hey, I'm good with this. I would love the minus chaos, but I didn't get it. So, I've been crafting obviously a lot of poison weapons. They've been pretty fruitful for this league. So that's how I make currency. I do a lot of delving. I mean, not a lot of delving, not this league because of Heist, but not as much as before. Alright, I'm almost up to, what, only delve 200? I mean, it's not nothing crazy, but I've been doing a lot of spawning of the Cyrus and getting absolutely nothing for it, and doing a lot of the Heist and still not getting as much out of that as other people. Yay them. Alright, so I've got Enlightened, Malevolence, Blood and Sand, Switch,
I'm not up to that just yet.
and then I've got Herald of Agony. Herald of Agony is good because it gives you that 20% chance to poison and 10% more poison damage. Amulet, absolutely nothing special. This thing was incredibly cheap. I put Whispers of Doom on there because I have a Curse on Hit, Despair Ring, and then I've got these bad boys here. Also, I think these are like an Exalt, which is like 59 Chaos right now. So, really not that crazy expensive either, especially if you're just going for temp chains. I wanted the extra frenzy charge because I do run Blood Rage, but I don't run that on bosses because I hate the degen, and if I get hit with something and I don't hit my pot quick enough, I just die because I'm bad at killing bosses. Like Cyrus, just bad at the mechanics. Getting better. I just haven't done them in so long. I took the last league and the league before that I barely played much, and then last league I didn't really play at all. So I haven't done Cyrus in a long time. So getting back into him was incredibly difficult. Alright, chess piece. Now, you don't need the hunter mod. You don't. Okay, if you're running the savior sword, I would suggest it to get what I don't have is tier 1 critical strike chance. Why? Because you're a Pathfinder. You don't have critical strikes, so proccing this is difficult. If you get the crit on there, it helps it out. I've got with my lucky flask about like 18% in POB. That's enough to proc this sword, especially with the fact that you're hitting around 4 to 5 times per second. That's not buffed by all the stuff that we're getting buffed by, so yeah, 2.61, frenzy charges, and then leeching. I get a lot of attack speed while I'm leeching. So I'll finish with these. Sword, got Blood Rage here, Second Wind, and Steel Skin. So the second wind is for the steel skin here. I've got that on my left click, so while I'm moving around, it constantly pops. See? As soon as it comes off a cooldown, as long as I'm holding it down, it just pops again. That way I don't have to put on a cast when damage taken setup, and I get the full 2209 damage buff. Freaking awesome, dude. It helps. Really does. Alright, Ring of Nostalgia, again, not needed. Alright, this adds maybe another 10% chance to poison. I'm sitting at 116, so I'd be good. If I take this off, 105. We're good. Don't need it, but it adds a lot of damage. So, you know, that's what, at least 5% more damage with poison. You know, 50% of 10 is 5, so it's a little over 5% more damage with poison, and then another 58% increased chaos damage, along with the flat chaos it has, and the 22% increased damage while I'm leeching mana, which I'm always leeching mana because I'm always using a skill. Boots, look at these things. They don't cost anything. Literally, they don't cost anything. Okay? In the boots, we've got increased duration, area effect, withering step, and second wind. This allows my second wind to get its nice and short cooldown. Obviously, I've got a quality this second wind, but I corrupted all the... No, this corrupted gem, I corrupted. This one I bought. Like, you don't need them, but it helps. You know, every little bit gives you a little bit extra damage, a little bit lower cooldown, right? Alright, so the main links. Alright, here we go. Bladestorm. Fun as hell. I am actually leveling, boom, 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 the Divergent one. Why? Up to, what is it, like, 40% increased damage with ailments? Yeah, dude, I'm game for that. Other than the duration modifier that this one gets. Excuse me. Only one. Darn. So, I plan on switching that whenever I can. And I think a level 21, I don't know, it'll be really close. I'll have to POB it. But I'll see if the level 21 beats the level 2020 beats the level 2123. It might. I don't know yet. We'll check it out and we'll see. But 40% increased damage with ailments from the gem itself is pretty sweet. So the new gems are pretty cool. Multi-strike, bought this. I think it was like 10C. Okay, cool. Not expensive even for 21 gems right now because they drop a lot in heists. So it's pretty easy to get. Same thing, Awaken Out of Chaos is always cheap. It's always a cheap gem because it's like one of the ones that drop the most. Alright, so you can easily get an Awakened Chaos. I've got Deadly Ailments, Vile Toxins, again, I just bought the level 21 one. Instead of, if you add quality to it, the price goes up exponentially. So I just grabbed a 21 gem and left it at that. Unbound Ailments. Whenever I have enough currency, which I mean I do, I could get 21, 23 gems. I just don't. Or I mean the upgraded whatchamacallits, awakened gems. I could get them. I just haven't. I don't know why yet, actually. But you don't need them. See, you don't need them. I'm doing all the content with one awakened gem. All right, so you're good there. Belt. Just life, strength for my strength gems. You need a bit to be able to run that 155 there, so I've got a bunch of strength here. I've got the int that I need, the extra int on my ring. Boom. See that? Yeah, need it. See that? Need it. Alright, then I've got life. It's literally just life and resistances with an added attribute to whatever I need to fix up my gear. So for the ring, I just went to spare. I looked for one that had life and intelligence, and then a spare suffix so I can craft some extra resistances on it. That's it. This thing's not expensive. It's not too crazy. Go ahead and look it up. You can grab these. And that's only if you're running Whispers of Doom here. Now, if you're not running Whispers of Doom and you don't have currency to get these gloves, that's cool. Just run a Witchfire Brew and you'll be fine. You'll have the Despair Curse running with you all the time. You're a Pathfinder, keep your flasks up, you're good to go. So that takes care of a lot of this gear here. Skill tree. So the skill tree, it's an interesting one. This is the expensive setup for it. You can do it a lot easier of ways, but I went the incredibly expensive route and I'll show you why. So first off, It's just the normal. You grab the poisons, the poisons, the poisons. I came over here intuitively. Why? So I can grab dirty techniques because it's a very strong poison node, as well as a bit of resistances here. Why? It's 1 point. Why not get the resistances here so I don't have to spend even more, which is why I can grab rings like this that don't have a lot of resistances. Why I can grab this ring that has like no resistances, other than a little bit of chaos, you know. So I can do that. That's why my amulet doesn't have to have a metric fuck ton of resistances, just all res and chaos res. I plan on getting, obviously, a better one with a, yeah, what is that, tier 3? Yeah, tier 1, all resist, and tier 1 chaos. Eventually, I'm going to keep the accuracy, I'm going to keep the life, except make it tier 1. Alright, do you need the non-channeling? No, but it's very useful. It allows me to get a higher precision. Now, do I need a higher precision? No, actually I don't. But it gives me that little bit of extra crit that I was just saying we need. So right now I'm running, what, 4 auras? 1, 2, 3, 4? And I have enough space to run them all. This guy's only, look, 9%. So I mean, it all fits very well without even grabbing charisma or anything over here, right here, and without grabbing minus reserve mana, anything like that. Alright, so just make sure, so when you're doing these, poison does damage, okay? Get the health that you need first. So when you start, you come down here, you grab your poison nodes. You need your chance to poison early in the game. Chance to poison there, chance to poison there. Alright? You start with getting your chance to poison nodes. If you don't get those, you're not going to be really doing any damage, okay? Then you come, so you come over here, go over here, you grab this poison node. You come over here, you grab this health. You come up here, grab the health, come down here, and you grab your more poison nodes. Alright? More chance to poison, okay? Right here. This is it. Then you finish it off grabbing this node. Alright, I went this way. Attack speed, poison duration. Duration ends up giving you a good amount of damage because it keeps those poison on there and it stacks higher. Alright, that's why duration's nice. Alright, so early on, when you don't have all the extra stuff that you need to increase, you know, your weapon here, that gives you that extra 30% chance right now. Okay, dude, chill. When you don't have that, grab this extra 15%, keep the 15% here, you know, make sure you have 100% chance to poison as soon as you can, because that's going to give you a good amount of damage. So, the reason why this one is expensive, oh, it's over here, oh, I couldn't even see it, is the Glorious Vanity that I'm using and the way I'm going about doing this build. So I'm going Valpact here, and I hate Valpact. But when you have Overleech, Valpact isn't too terrible. Okay? If you use Blood Rage with Valpact, if you've ever used Blood Rage with Valpact, you know exactly what I'm talking about. As soon as you stand still, your health just plummets. You stand on any type of AoE and you just die. It's so annoying, especially if you don't notice it and you're just like, oh, whoa, what was that? You turn your head and you look back and you're like, oh, how'd I die? Well, Blood Rage and a freaking Chaos Puddle killed you. Freaking annoying, alright? So, Glorious Vanity, name of Ahuna Matata. In the name of Ahuna, you grab one of those. I literally just looked up Ahuna, grabbed this, put it in, I was like, oh wow, it is that one. Cool. So, your energy shield starts at 0 here. As you attack, it regens your energy shield. If you take damage from your life, it regens your life. And it doesn't stop. It keeps going until the leech is over. Alright? So it's like having life per second, but it's not. Alright? You have to do damage to get that life per second. If you're just standing there doing nothing, when your leech runs out, then your blood rage is going to start draining. But at least it gives you a second, right? Jesus. I don't want to like turn my head for 2 seconds and then I die and I'm like, what the fuck? Alright, so jewels. So for the cluster jewel, they really aren't as expensive as you would think. grabbing Feed the Friend, Feed the Fury. So the reason I grabbed Feed the Fury, increase attack speed and damage while leeching, along with leech. Yay! All right. Martial prowess, attack speed, accuracy, increased damage. Why not? I mean, it's awesome. So these are the two I went with. Now, small jewel node or medium, I went with circling oblivion, exposure therapy. Why? Chaos damage over time multiplier, and then extra chaos resist with damage over time. So those chaos puddles I was talking about, how much I hate them, yeah, this helps. All right. Then I've got damage over time and increased duration. Like I said, I need more duration. We're a Pathfinder, not an assassin. We don't have the duration that they have. We have, over here, we have our, yeah, what's it called? Jesus. I can't even think of the name of it. Whatever. Poison spreads to other targets. That's what it's called. Alright, good to go. Nature's Reprisal for the other Ascendancy. This one gives you your charges. Yay, you need this. And then immunity to ailments. That's why I went Pathfinder and not Assassin. Pretty much this node here. And the flask uptime. But this node being immune to ailments, I hate having to constantly get all the different ailments and then worrying about which one, then switching my flask for some... Ugh, when I look at the map and like, oh, every monster ignites you. I'm like, fuck, I need an ignite flask. You know? Not being frozen every single time I open up a chest is also really good. Why? Because my potions are always up. I always want speeds. I'm always slamming this guy. Alright. So, small node, adrenaline, super cheap. Adrenaline ones are super cheap. The only thing that makes these expensive is if you want life, strength, like the extra life nodes on here. Regular normal nodes of lower tiers, they're not expensive. They're just a few chaos. Alright? Same thing over here, I've got adrenaline. Here, I just got a little bit of extra all res and a little bit of int. That way I don't have to worry so much about it on my gear here. See? I need only 10 more. So, breeze and adrenaline, life, maximum recover for leech, so that's an extra 20% between these two gems. That's a lot of extra survivability along with the attack speed while leeching. I'm always leeching. Because every single second, due to this, I'm losing energy shield. 5% of my energy shield per second, so the thing just drains. You'll see. It just drains off. Other than that, those are the jewels. Oh, sorry. Pretty much a normal. I mean, I'm Pathfinder, so flash charge gained, and then life and mana increase, recovery increase from them. That makes my Bloodler Kukri do outrageous amount of healing. I pop this, my health goes from here all the way up. I'm good. And then if it dips down again, it goes all the way up because of its effect. Pretty freaking awesome. Alright, I love this potion. I love playing Pathfinder because I get to use that, have immunity to all the ailments, so I don't have to have a bleed flask here, a freeze flask here, a curse flask here, and then maybe a poison or some other flask over here. If you have good enough chaos resist, you don't have to worry about a poison flask, so... But any other type of ailment, like you're just like, well, I can't fit all the ailments, well, I guess I gotta take off the movement speed here, or something like that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, so I play Pathfinder. Alright. Spike Concoction. This gives you attack and cast speed. We just want the attack speed. And then it increases your flask effectiveness 20% whenever you use a flask. You're a Pathfinder. You do really good with that. Alright. The rest of it's just pretty much standard build here. This is the only like, what, it's like 33C, something like that, whenever I got it. So not like crazy expensive, but way more expensive than these ever used to be. Alright, so expensive here. Getting all these together is slightly expensive, but it's not. Not if you get just run-of-the-mill ones with whatever also passives, right? If you get whatever also passives, then you get what you get, cool. You get it for the cheapest you can. I wanted the chaos resist on here, I wanted the life, and all the other stuff on the other ones. Alright? So this one's got damage over time, this was more expensive. Alright? Like 2%, but it was way more expensive. And I was like, well, but I want that one. So that's the one I got. I could have got little life node here, but it wouldn't have given me much. Um, this one just got literally 1% blast charge gain, but flask effect duration, sweet, so my flasks last longer. Alright, so that's the only thing with these cluster jewels. I've tried making my own and it was cancer. It was just straight up cancer. It didn't want to roll anything. No matter how many alts I spammed into it, it did not want to roll what I wanted. So I said screw it, and I just bought it. Every now and then, sometimes just buying it, alright? I did end up finally getting one. I got this actually today, the Watcher's Eye, and it's just literally the one mod, just damaging ailments. So it doesn't increase your damage, it just makes you deal that damage faster. Alright, so yes, technically it doesn't increase your damage, you just do that damage faster. I say that's increasing damage, other people disagree, whatever. It's a damage increase to me. I burst the bosses faster than I would if I didn't have that mod. Does that make sense? That makes sense to me. Alright, so that's what I'm talking about. Even unlucky dodge, alright? That is a terrible mod for you, but you can run it, alright? The one you can't run is that 90% chance for them to avoid poison, blind, and bleed. That one, I mean, you could run it if you want to walk around the map and slap them with a wet noodle. You could definitely do it. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could do it. Make sense?
I'm not up to that just yet.
So, how about this? No. Those are mine. Okay. Let's juice this guy up a little bit more, you know, because it's a showcase. You want to see what this build can actually do. Want to see if I'm just like straight cheesing ya. Yeah, Legion? Legion? We like Legion. Yeah. So let's go Legion. Let's go Nemesis. Ooh, you know what? Let's go Beyond. Everybody hates Beyond. The Beyond bosses that pop up, they're incredibly annoying. And you know what else we could probably do? Do we want to do? Yeah, Syndicate. Why? Because those bitches one-shot you. Can they one-shot me? Yes. They can one-shot anyone, except for those that are like building stupid tanky characters. But you know what? It's very rare. I rarely get one-shot, which is really nice. Level 93 now. Alright. Was that? Oh, yeah, it's lagging. Okay, so you pop this. So right now I just popped Light Bear. Now I'm just gonna run through these guys. Okay, so Legion scared me. Not so much. Why? Because I've got a lot of dodge. And I am Legion constantly. Over and over again. Why? Because I got all these freaking poisonous fart clouds running behind me the whole time. It's awesome. This build is so much fun. I was lagging super hard, couldn't even see what it was, but it didn't matter because I'm leeching. Over leeching. So I've got a bajillion life per second. It's freaking awesome. So just right here. Oh, Syndicate. Okay, let's do this. Switch. Where are you? There you are. You went back to your hideout. You scared little puppy. So, pop the blood stand, pop back to sand stand. Why? So I can switch back and gain a bunch of attack speed. Yeah, base tank that. So, you don't need to run the savior swords, but they're fun, and they do a good amount of extra damage, alright? And it's like, what, 7 hits? For every one hit, like, so I'm attacking, Exile. I can have 4 Bladestorms, and then I can have 2 of my little swords. So I have 4 Bladestorms down, 2 swords, and then my actual hit. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Deeply unkind. I may have a choice. Now listen up.
Why I'm running the Savior over the other rare? One, it actually does more damage to Savior, as long as I have them out. And like I said, my crit chance is sucky, so normally I would have 2 out all the time, but it doesn't come out immediately. After like a few hits, it pops. Just because I have that little extra crit. There we go, see? Just a few hits, and he comes out. But not having that little bit of crit, not having the crit chest will make it a lot more annoying probably, you know? So switch to blood, kill the yellows. Those guys that like to smash your face in. Yeah, screw those guys, right? I'm just gonna kill them. Like there, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Why? Overleech. And a bunch of freaking hits per second. See that? Almost died. Overleech, baby. Now, can you do it without overleech? Yes, but you need to invest a lot more into your health. Alright, you gotta skip some of the damage nodes and get more health. So you would have to go over here. Instead of coming down here, you'd stop right here at this health node. Stop all this, don't use any of that, none of that. And you would come over here. You would grab this damage node here, and come over here, and you'd grab this circle. You grab these resistances here, and you'd be good. This will give you a lot of accuracy, so you'll be around the same. You won't need as much accuracy. Alright? So you can do it. You can do it. I've done it. I was doing it. And then I got this, and this is more fun. I like just jumping right back up to max health, or not dropping at all. Or just going all the way down to 0 and coming back up to full. That's pretty sweet. I also like killing all the guys without taking any damage too. That's pretty sweet. If it wasn't laggy, probably because I'm recording, it would be better. Oh wow, that's 2 of those things. So I just walk around all beyond these. Okay, so hopefully it doesn't lag and you can see what happens here. So just walking, pushing the button, walking, pushing the button. Alright, pop that. All the little things will die, I'll be dropping. Drop them all these guys. Get a good amount of area effect. Now pop it again because it's already recharged. Why? Because I have little fart clouds hiding behind me. I just keep going, going. Valley bitch. Yeah. Oh, he one-shot me. But he died. You see that? He one-shot me. But he died. So that's the cool thing with those Beyond dudes. Like I said, you can be one-shot. Doesn't happen very often. But I kind of juiced the crap out of that. So yeah, 135% increased quant and a lot of other shit. Alright.
I'm not up to that just yet.
So should you do that? Yeah, if you go like big health wheel node and you're even tankier than I am, yeah, you could definitely do that without being one shot at all. But I didn't, and I went this route. It's usually a lot better, but it's just because I'm gonna blame it on the fact that I'm
would only
recording
slow me down.
and it's messing with me. Oh shoot, I have too much shit on me. Probably a bunch of crap. I don't know. I just pick shit up. All right, don't judge me. Alright, so when I go back in, I'll go after I pick all the stuff up because it's all juicy stuff. Yeah, alright, I'll show you the speed of this, why I like to run it. So, a lot of builds are pretty fast. Pathfinders get their nice fast potions. I'm accidentally picking things up. Okay. Alright. Especially in areas like this. Nice and windstand. Cool. You only need one. You really only need one. And then the swords come out, and then they help you out. Then you just pop Wither Step. So you just point the direction you want your smoke cloud to go, your little fart cloud behind you. You just point the direction you want that thing to go. And then your proliferation. That's what I was trying to figure out earlier. Oh shit! See, I almost died, but I didn't. We're good. Still running through it. This is T16, isn't it? Oh shit! Yeah, it is. See? Look at that. I'm just flying through T16 now. I don't fucking care. Alright. Now, this guy's got big damage, right? Okay. Somewhere. Oh, there he is. Okay, there he's not. Alright, that was a T16 boss. Right there. He just died. He's gone. Why? I've got 7 hits. 7 hits of poison with almost, what? It's like 4.5 attacks per second right now? Yeah, without Blood Rage, yeah, I'm sitting at like 4.5 attacks per second. And 7 targets hitting him at once. Pretty sweet. And hey, it's not a minion build. It's not. It's not. It's just an ability. It's freaking awesome. I don't know why I never thought about this earlier, but I am only halfway through, barely halfway through what I really want to do with this. Alright, so like I said, I want to get my 27% attack speed on here, and I want to, I don't know if I want to get damage over time multi, but I might. I don't know. I'll test it out in PoB, see which one gives me more damage, and we'll go from there. But like I said, I like the blind chance. So many things hitting it at once with a 19% chance that he's blinded. Alright, he is freaking blinded. He's not doing anything. Okay, he is. He still has a chance of one-shotting people, because bosses are ridiculous. And then there's lag spikes, and then there's, you know, GG Gaming, whatever, GGG. I think I'm talking about all kinds of random shit. Alright, it's late here. That's the build. This is what I like to do with my time. Like I said, you don't have to go to the expensive route. You can go the defensive route. Go over here. It'll take you probably twice as long to kill the bosses. But twice as long to kill the bosses is still pretty quick. I mean, it's poison is incredibly strong. There's no cap. There's no cap to how many poisons you can have on a target. So it just allows you to constantly have damage on the boss. My poisons last like 6.5 seconds. So when I poison something, I go away, I come back, I'm doing 7 hits. It's like over 100 poisons on the target every over 4 seconds for 4 seconds. It's a lot. So over the first 4 seconds, I drop about 100 poisons. For the next 2 seconds, they have 100 poisons just ticking away at them. It's actually, I think, a little bit more with 4.5 attacks a second, 7 targets hitting. Yeah, it's a lot of poisons. Obviously, they differ in damage, higher and lower. That's kind of how it works. You know, the 2 stages, the 2 types of ways you scale poison, a bunch of flat damage or a bunch of attack speed. I like to mix it up and go with both of them. I do plan on getting a better ring. I want chaos damage to attacks on the ring along with flat physical. I want chaos damage to attacks on here, flat physical. That would be great. I would be able to take off the non-channeling. That's, you know, that's like way endgame. I want my minus chaos resist on this helmet. Then it's just life and resist. That's it. I'll just want the minus chaos resist. And then life and resist. On the chest, I want the tier 1 crit, because I'm running the savior. If I wasn't running the savior, I'd want additional curse. That way I can allocate like freaking this guy over here. Yeah, this guy over here. That would be cool, because the increased effective withered is freaking huge. It's so strong. Oh, I don't run wither totems. Why? Because I'm running withering step. Alright, reducing the cooldown every 2.3 seconds, I give him 7 more stacks of withered. Alright, the stacks of withered last 5.8 seconds, jumps up to 6 seconds when you quality this. So the withered stays on him the entire time. You can after you click it the second time, you have 14 stacks. And that's really all you need for most bosses. The only boss that you'll want to get all 15, and you're going to get all 15, is probably Cyrus, freaking Shaper, Elder, Uber Elder, whatever. Those bosses, you'll get your 15 stacks. Every other boss, I mean, if it takes you longer and you're doing the tankier route, yeah, you'll be able to hit it 3 times, and you'll be able to consistently have 15 stacks of wither, and that'll give you more damage, alright? So, that's how you run this. This is what I'm running. This is what I'm doing right now. I think, honestly, you could use this as a starter. You just go Bladestorm. You just grab whatever damagey freaking passive skill gems, support skill gems, sorry. And then you just run through, you do your damage, start grabbing your poison nodes. Once you grab your poison, you can grab, what is it? The poison node you get in the very beginning. use that. It'll do damage. I'm telling you, it's good. So you go through, you get your poison nodes, get some onslaught on. You could even use the totems that give you more attack speed and more damage. You could use those totems along with this build early on to give you a lot of damage. It'll help out a lot. It will actually give you a really good amount of damage, especially the attack speed one. I could probably fit that in this build here, but I'm not this moment anyway. I kind of have everything the way I like it. I mean, I could drop like Second Wind here and bring Plague Bear over, or bring Steel Skin over here, and I could do it that way, and then I can run a totem freaking setup in here. Yeah, I can run Steel Skin over here, and I could drop, I don't want to drop any of that. Plague Bear is too strong. I like all this. I mean, but you could drop faster attacks, it would take you longer. I mean, you could fit both those totems in here. Ancestral War Chief and, Ancestral War Chief, and then the other fucking War Chief. So you put both those totems in there, one's Val, you pop one, hit the Val one, and now you got two totems up, one increasing your damage, one increasing your speed. That would be pretty legit, and I'm positive, obviously, it will work with these. Except for like Cyrus or so whatever, you wouldn't be able to use the Val guy. You would just use the Ancestral to give you a ton of speed. I might do that, not a bad idea. But anyway, it's been long enough. Well, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.